Hi everyone. As you know, we use the consumer price index to measure the price changes, to measure the inflation in an economy. In this example, I will show you how we calculate the CPI using this hypothetical example. The consumer price index is calculated using this formula. It is the cost of the market basket in the current year divided by the cost of the market basket in the base year times 100. So it is an index, it's just a number. To calculate the CPI, let's first calculate the cost of the market basket in the current year. The current year is 2018 in this example. So what is the cost of the market basket for 2018? We just use the prices for that year. These are the costs for each good produced in that economy. And there are 50 hamburgers produced. The cost of hamburgers is 100. And the cost of gas is 625. So let's put that here, 625. And the cost of jeans is 2 times 30 is 60. So the cost of the market basket for the current year will be $7.85. So we just found that here. Let's just plug that in our formula. So we have the cost of the current market basket is $7.85. So what is the cost of the market basket in the base year? The base year is 1982, and we know that the base year is 1982. So the total cost of the market basket for the base year is basically the cost of hamburgers in 1982, the cost of gas in 1982, and the cost of jeans in 1982. When we add these up, I have 245. Let's plug that in, times 100. When we calculate this, I have 320.41. So 320.41, what does that mean? It's just a number. It is an index number. We don't have a unit here. But what this is basically about how the prices have changed since the base year. So remember, the CPI for the base year is always 100. Let me do that here. The CPI we calculated here is for the current year, right? So this is for 2018. So I'm going to do that this is the CPI for 2018, and this is the CPI for 2018. So let me quickly do the CPI for the base year, 1982. For 1982, for the base year, the current year and the base year will be the same. So for 1982, the current market basket, the cost of the market basket would be 245, and for 1982, the base year again is the same year, so the cost would be 245 times 100, and the CPI for the base year would be 100. So that means the index increased from 100 from the base year to 320.41 in 2018. That means the prices have increased, but by how much? Well, to answer that question, we can calculate the percentage change in the CPI, which is the inflation rate between the base year and the current year. So let's find the percentage change in CPI. I will squeeze that in here. The percentage change in the CPI is the difference between the two CPI values, and those are 320.41 minus the first value 100 divided by the first value 100 times 100. So if we do this calculation, we see that the percentage change in the CPI would be 220.41% increase in the prices. That means in 2018, prices have increased by 220% since the base year. That is the inflation rate from the base year using these hypothetical examples. In the second question, we want to look at the value of $80,000 in 1932 in today's prices. Since prices increase over time, the value of the dollar also changes. So how do we convert the 1932 dollars to the 2018 dollars? To do that, we need to know the CPI values for these 2 years. And since we don't have that information, the CPI information here in the question given, we need to go to the BLS website and get that data so that we can answer this question. To get the CPI data, first we need to go to bls.gov, and then we need to go to Data Tools and click on Topics. You see that inflation and prices, that is the first one here. I'm just going to click on Topics and click on US city average all items. Then I can retrieve data. Okay, now I have the CPI data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. You see the current CPI here for August 2020, but I need the CPI values for 2018. It's right here. I also need the CPI value for 1932, so I need more information, but the good thing is that I can change the data range. I can go all the way back to 1930, but what I need is 1932. So I'm going to go to, let's say, 1930, and I want to include the annual averages because I want to use the annual CPI. I don't need the monthly data for this one. And click on Go. Now we have the CPI data. Okay, so let me take a look at the CPI data for 1932. It's 13.7, so I'm going to write that down somewhere, 13.7. And also I will go to 2018. It's all the way down here. And here we have 2018, and the third column from the last will give us the annual number. That is okay. Once again, the 2018 CPI value from this table is 251,107. So I made a note, so I have these numbers, and I will go back to my question. Now I can answer the question. So to find the equivalent of $80,000 in 2018 dollars, we need to bring the two values to the base year prices. And here's what we're going to do. $18,000, and what is the equivalent of that in $80,000? What is the equivalent of that in 2018? So I want to again bring that to the base year prices. And in the base year, for 1932, the CPI for 1932, I have that number from the BLS tables. That was 13.7, and the CPI value for 2018 is 251,107. So I just got these numbers from the BLS tables. And so again, so if I use these CPI values for each year, I will make these two sides equal. The values will be equal. So for 1932, I have 13.7, and for 2018, I have 251,107. So if I solve this for x, I can find the value of $80,000 in 2018 dollars. Okay, so I did this calculation, and it's 1,466,300. All right, so that means $80,000 is worth 1,466,318 in 2018 dollars. Now we want to do something else here. We want to convert the nominal income to real income to see if we're better off or worse off when our income increases throughout the years. We need to eliminate the price changes to see how we're doing. We always get raises, right? The prices are increasing and the wages are adjusted. But if our wages are catching up with inflation or not, well, to answer that question, we need to do some calculations. So let's use this question. If your nominal income increased from $50,000 in 2007 to $55,000 in 2008, how did your real income change? Of course, we need additional information to answer this question. We need the CPI data, and we'll get that data from the CPI tables on bls.gov. We're back to the CPI table, and I will just record the CPI for 2007 and 2008. As we see here, for 2008, the annual CPI was 207.342. I write that down. And the CPI for 2008 is 215.303. I put all the information that I have. I know that my nominal income increased from 50,000 to 55,000 from 2007 to 2008. And I also put the CPI numbers from the table for these 2 years. Now I need to calculate the real income. That means how my purchasing power actually changed after this increase in nominal income. To calculate nominal income, all we need is nominal income and the CPI. Real income is calculated by taking the nominal income and dividing it by the CPI in decimals. So we have all that information. I'm just going to put that here. For 2007, my real income is 50,000 divided by the CPI in decimals. So that's going to be 2.07342. And I'm going to put the real income for 2008. That's going to be nominal income divided by the CPI in decimals. That will be 2.15303. Okay, so now I can calculate these two. I calculated the real income for both years. For 2007, my real income using the base year prices, not the current prices, using the base year prices, my real income is 24,115, and my income is using the base year prices, 25,545 for 2008. So how do I know if I'm better off or worse off? Let's take a look at the percentage change in my income. My income increased, it looks like, by 10% during that year. How about my real income? What is the percentage change in my real income? I'm just gonna take the percentage change. That is the difference between the two values, and then I will divide by the first value, and to find the percentage I will multiply it by 100. Let me do that quickly. So the percentage change, the percentage increase in my real income is 6%. Although my nominal income increased by 10%, I may feel good about it, but the actual change in my income, the increase in my standard of living is only 6%. Well, you may want to ask if there's an easy way to do it. We can actually find the approximation, not the exact values. We can use this approximation to see how our real income changes when we have an increase in nominal income or a change in nominal income. So the change in real income is approximately, not exactly, is the difference between the change in nominal income, that's the difference between the change in nominal income and the change in the CPI. Well, when we say the change, I'm talking about the percentage change, so I'm going to add that here. So we have the percentage change in nominal income, so that is 10%. And I want to calculate the percentage change in the CPI. Again, the percentage change can be found by taking the difference between the two values to 15.303 minus 207.342 divided by the first value, 207.342 times 100. So I'm going to do that quickly. Okay, so the percentage change in the CPI is 3.84%. It's almost 4%, right? It's almost 4%. So what is the percentage change in real income? 10% minus 3.84%. And that will give us the percentage change in real income. That is 6.16%. So that is pretty close to the exact change in the real income. So instead of using the hard way to find the percentage change in real income, we can use this approximation and we can still get the percentage change in real income. That's all for this time. We just looked at the CPI, how we calculate the CPI, giving hypothetical examples, and also we looked at how we convert the dollars from one year to another, because the value of the dollar will change as prices change. And also we looked at how we convert nominal income to real income using the CPI values in this example. I hope this helps. As always, let me know if you have any questions.